What's going on, collective? What's going on, love? If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You already know that as you enter this space, I am sending you all the good energy and the positive vibes that you may need at this time. If you're interested in booking a session with me, if you're interested in following me on any of the other platforms, make sure you check out the description area because all of that information will be there. And excuse me, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and take this opportunity to do so. I'm inviting you to subscribe to the channel. Okay. I'm looking down because I'm about to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so that we won't be interrupted. So that we will no further be interrupted. We're going to get into the collective message of the day. Let me know if this message resonates with you in the comments. Go ahead and give me a like on the video. I would definitely appreciate that. I really don't know how I'm going to move today. I do know that we're going to go into the tarot like we always do. We're going to clarify a few. I might even go into the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck, but we'll see. We'll see. I also was letting you guys know that there will probably start being more than one video being posted per day. Because when I tell y'all the messages be coming through, the messages be coming through. And I'll be like, dang, am I supposed to wait to post that until tomorrow or another day? And Spirit, like, when I give you the message, just give it up. So, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Spirit, you know our hearts and our situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? Thank you. A couple came out. A couple, I think it looks like a couple, might be a few. All right. Spirit, is there anything else that we need in this deck? Thank you. We'll take those that we just got. Oh. Very similar energies to the last reading that we did as a collective. So it's almost like the energy is still in the same place. Almost. Some different things going on, but underneath it all, we do have the Princess of Cups. And this is still reminding you to be delicate, be kind, be compassionate, be forgiving, like taking care of yourself, tending to yourself, and things of that nature. Pretty much the energy of you treating yourself how you want other people to treat you, or even treating yourself how you treat other people. You just want to be more, move from your heart space, right? It's always a good thing to move from your heart space. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't find that easy because they don't know how to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? They don't know, they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to put themselves in a position to be too open. So they pretty much keep themselves closed off. But keeping yourself closed off is the very thing that, like, I almost want to say it hurts you the most, right? Because it's how you feel about things that influence your actions or the lack thereof, and then that dictates and determines the results that you actually get to experience. Okay, so that's the underneath it all card. What's underneath there? To make a decision to let go of the past. I'm trying to pick them up. To make a decision, let go of the past, to pay attention to different perspectives. Okay, this is what I pulled from the bottom. So it's this one, and then there's the lack of making a decision, but focusing on the past, paying attention to different perspectives and things of that nature. So that's that. Now, when it comes to you bringing things like into your life, right? You want to make sure that you're in the energy of attracting stuff to you, right? You don't have to chase nothing. And I'm always saying that you don't have to chase what's already yours. You have to put yourself in a position to align with it and attract with it, right? You're not going to be able to do that by overthinking in a negative way, right? Like, you got to be able to detach yourself from what it is that you want. Like, it's so crazy at times when I'm having to explain certain things, because at first it didn't make sense to me either, okay? At first it didn't really make sense to me either. But let me show you. Because you also have the Ten of Swords. And this is indicating like, okay, there's some overthinking going on. Like you're pretty much like ruining the thought of something, because you're more than likely pulling it from the past and then into the present. And when I say pulling it from the past, it is you, like, say for instance, you've had a situation go on. There was something that has happened. Somebody betrayed you in the past. And moving forward, now you don't trust anybody. You don't trust people because of what one person did. But what that one person did is not, like, it's not going to continuously keep on happening in the exact same way. Even if it happens again, it may be similar, but then that means that there's another lesson that you need, that there's another lesson that you need to learn from something. Um, there is some conversations that you do need to have, like, and it, well, let me take that back, because it could be conversation, it could be definitely like some action that you need to hurry up and put in, right? But I really do feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had. There is something that you got on your chest that needs to be discussed, that needs to be talked about, that needs to be released. And even if you don't feel like you can talk to the individual because y'all not on the same level, or because you don't think they're going to understand where you're coming from, or whatever the case may be, like, there are still ways for you to release that energy. And you can do so by journaling, or, talking about it. What am I trying to say? Writing it out. Like, you writing out how you feel or how they made you feel about a particular situation. You can have a conversation with someone that you trust, whether it's a very close friend, or whether it's a therapist, or whether it is a mentor or coach. There is somebody that you can release this energy to, in order for you to be able to overcome whatever is blocking you from getting into your 10 of disc, right? Because you also have this here. The Ten of Disc is talking about like stability, security, like the stability, security, whether it's in your finances, your relationships, your home life, and things like that, right? When I say wealth, and wealth is on the bottom of the card, wealth does not only mean money. You can be wealthy in a lot of different ways, especially with, there is an abundance of information that is out there for us to be able to tap into. You just got to actually like see it for what it is, You can be wealthy in relationships. You can be wealthy in finances. You can be wealthy in love. Like, you can be wealthy in a number of different things. So don't just think that wealth is all about the monetary aspect of it, because it's not, right? But again, there is something that needs to take place. And I almost feel like it's a conversation, but I will clarify a few of these cards just so we can get more clarity or confirmation on what it is that we need. So, we also have the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups is clearly telling you to start feeling better about certain situations. Like, pay attention to the emotional part of what you're exuding, right? Because look, when you look at this card, you see how when you're vibrating in a high frequency, right? Things are more solid, like they're more defined, right? Opposed to if you're vibrating from a low vibrational place, then it's almost like kind of loose, it's not stable, it's kind of quirky, if that's a word. So you want to make sure that you are trying to keep yourself in that like defined place. It's your responsibility, baby, to make sure that you feel good. Like, there can be somebody outside of you that triggers you, that irritates you, that, ruffles your feathers a little bit. You can laugh that shit off. Like, you can laugh about that. It's just the way we be thinking about things. Sometimes you got to take people for who they are and what they are. Sometimes people are truly just ignorant to certain facts and they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? You may think so because you was raised different, or because you went through different experiences, but some people don't see things how you see them. Some people just really don't understand. They don't know at this point until somebody starts to show them. Regardless of how old they are, you may be like, they're a grown ass woman, they're a grown ass man. Like, I shouldn't have to explain. Da, 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 da. And it's like, yeah, maybe you feel like you shouldn't, but nobody has. So, you just don't set your expectations for other people, I guess, too high. You can have your requirements of what you know, require for people to have access to you, but to expect somebody to know what you know, to expect somebody to, you know, again, understand who, what, when, where, why you think the way that you think, like, no, don't even do that to yourself. Your main focus, your main priority is one, to love yourself, to protect your peace. So you just want to focus on the energies that make you feel good, because it feels good to feel good. Like, it feels good to feel good. And that's just that. So look, I'm getting it. That's just that. But when the with the four of swords here, that's clearly saying like, okay, take a step back. You know, get yourself to this place of peace within yourself, right? You may be frustrated or irritated because somebody is not like operating in alignment with what you believe, right? If they might not be operating in the energy that you can see them operating in your mind space. So it's like, be like, come to a truce, like, with yourself, right? And understand that everybody just ain't that bright. Some people just ain't that bright. They are, it's levels to this shit. Don't I always say that? There it is again. There's levels to this shit. And just like there is rules to the game of life, right? I made this post the other day. Just like there's rules to the game of life, there's levels to it too. And everybody is not going to be playing by the same rules or even on the same level as you. So, you know, find peace in that. Like, excuse me, find peace in that. Understand that. Be okay with that. Again, not meaning that you have to like settle or you have to tolerate it. Nah, but you just want to put yourself in a position to be like, you know what, it is what it is. Cause you gonna stress yourself out. You gonna stress yourself out trying to make somebody be who you see them being type shit. It don't work like that. That's what's gonna cause you a whole lot of disappointment, right? This is a whole lot of disappointment, uh, discouragement, like frustration, irritation, and those are all considered to me like low vibrational energies, because no, who wants to feel those things? Nobody wants to really feel those things. You want to be peaceful, you want to be stable, you want to be happy, you want to be joyful. Like, nobody just want to walk around and be mad all the time. Do they really want to be mad? Even if they do it, they may do it, but that don't mean that they want to be mad just all the time, right? So that's like, okay, so how you gonna show up and how you gonna take care of and love on yourself, right? Because let me see, how can I say this? Being angry all the time is doing yourself a disservice. Okay? Being angry all the time is not you showing yourself how much you love you, right? So you have those moments where you be angry and then you have those moments where you feel good. So when you start to, how can I describe that? It's pretty much just time for you to blend those two, right? Like, for you to become the alchemist, or you to start operating in that alchemist energy, because you already have it in you. There's good things and there's bad things depending on who is the person delivering them, right? So you want to take both sides of you, blend them together, and figure out like, what can you create in that. And I definitely hope that makes sense. It's just you picking and choosing to love yourself for who you are, flaws and all. Even though flaws are an illusion, I don't really believe in them like that, because a flaw to who? What may be your biggest flaw? I may admire that. You know what I'm saying? So it all has to do with perspective and perception and things of that nature. But when it comes to you actually calling the things into your life that you're trying to call into, it has a lot to do with, excuse me, it has a lot to do with how you think about situations, like what you're trying to, for lack of better words, project out there to other people. And when I'm saying project, because they're your beliefs, right? Like, this is what you believe in. And I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm not saying that you're right, but I'm saying that each and every one of us have our own ways of viewing things and seeing things. So the least that you can do is have the conversation, right? Have the conversation necessary and tell the individual how you're perceiving the situation in its entirety, right? And then you'll be able to come to that place or space of agreement or not, to say like, okay, this is how I see what you're doing, or this is what's happening when this happens. Like, how can we work together so that this does not keep happening? And either they're going to be willing to try it or they're not. And that's how you will be able to make a decision to say, like, okay, well, this not going to work for me, or this, okay, I could deal with that. Like, we can try this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving up at a drop of a dime, like just giving it up, just, without communicating, without having the necessary conversations or putting in the necessary work. Now, if you've tried before and it's still not working, I want you to look at things like your delivery. I want you to look at things like the tone. I want you to look at things like, I just want you to look at it like, and it gets crazy a little bit because we talk how people talk to us, right? We talk to people how they talk to us. So when we deliver information in a certain way, they may feel attacked or they may feel, you know, like bombarded or whatever. Like, so it's just really you being mindful of the energy that you exude when it's time to have certain conversations. And if you know that your intention is not to go in and come out like pissing somebody off or trying to trigger somebody, you can even say that. You can even make that a disclaimer like, listen, I feel like we need to have a conversation. I'm not here to do this. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to make you angry. I'm not trying to piss you off. I just really think that I need to have this conversation so I can get a better understanding of what's happening with me moving forward. You get what I'm saying? So let me see. What am I going to clarify? We only got two that need to be clarified. So let's see what they have for us. And I think we'll probably end it after that. Just so that this one won't get too long. Just so that this one won't get too long. Listen, if you ever need, like, if you ever have a question or you want more clarity based on the readings that I'm providing via YouTube, like, question in the comments and open yourself up, not to think that you're wrong, not to think that somebody else is right, but there's a community that can actually help you, assist you with what it is that you're going through, or give you different ideas and things of that nature. So that's open opportunity. Have conversations in the comments. I am encouraging them. Yes, I will make myself available to react and respond. Okay. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Six of Wands in reverse? Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Six of Wands in reverse? Thank you. That looks a little similar. I see my Age of Discs, but that was... So you got the Three of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and then the Eight of Discs. So you have whatever, like, when it comes down to this conversation that needs to be had in order for you to become, tapping into your wealth in whatever area or aspect. And when I say whatever area or aspect, when you start to tap into your wealth in one area or aspect, it's going to start to show and improve in the other areas as well. Okay. But you have what it takes. You have the confidence, you have the courage, you have the willpower, you have the right words to say, even if you think you don't. You have what it is that you need. You just have to emotionally detach from the expectations of whatever the outcome is. Because I'm telling you now that once you have this conversation, or once you put in this work with this other individual, and it's not showing me who it is, there's absolutely not one card saying that. And it could also be somebody needing to have or wanting to have a conversation with you, but they are in their feelings or in their mind about how the outcome may be. So if you're not that person, make yourself more presentable, like more open for somebody to be approachable. Make yourself more approachable for people to be able to have conversations with you, or even open the door and start asking certain individuals when you feel some tension. Start asking them, like, do you think we need to have a conversation? Like, no, be honest. Is there something that you want to talk to me about? Because I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be upset. I just feel like this is like something needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of energy that you can give off. And it's going to grow. Like, you will be able to grow from this. Again, you got the Eight of Discs. Okay. You will be able to grow from this. It's going to help you grow in so many different areas. I wish people understood, or like people were able to tap into, seeing how things are so connected, right? You make a shift and a change in one area of your life, or even in your home in some type of way, shape, or form. And it really does open the doors in other areas of your life. So just by you having a particular conversation with somebody and you releasing some type of energy, or you healing yourself in some type of way, it's literally going to open the doors for you in other areas and aspects of your life. You just have to be willing to move forward in that. As uncomfortable as it may seem, it's very necessary, for real and not for play. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the art card in reverse? Sorry, y'all. Haha. Look, that one just flew out. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify? Okay. All right. So we got the Ace of Wands clarifying the art card. We have the Chariot in reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups. The art card was the one pretty much telling you like to blend whatever you think is good and bad, blend those things together and create something beautiful from it. So with the Ace of Wands, the Chariot in reverse, the Four of Cups, it's like, okay, exactly what you're passionate about. However, maybe somebody in your family, maybe they don't think that that's the way to go, right? So now it's almost like you're battling with being who you truly are, or doing what you truly want to do, because of this traditionalism, whether it has to be like religion, whether it has to be like the type of relationship you're supposed to be in, or what you're supposed to do for work or whatever. What you're holding on to is not really true to you. It's true to somebody else, and it has been given to you. And because of that, you kind of be like emotionally imbalanced. Like, damn, I want to do this, but they expect me to do that. But this gonna make me happy, but then I'm gonna make them mad. Like, it's like you be lifted up when you think about what you really want to do. And then the moment you think about how other people are going to react or respond, or your family members, your parents, your whoever, right? You be like, damn, but I can't even do that. You listen, I almost called you a lie that quick. I was gonna be like, you a lie. Like, do what you want to do. And it doesn't matter who accepts that or who respects that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you want to do for yourself. And if they respect you enough or they love you enough, they'll come around to understanding. And if not, so be it. There's going to be people who flock into your life with the energy that you exude to others based on who you want to be, not who everybody else expects you to be. Follow me? So, listen. In order for you to start attracting the things that you actually want to attract, get out of your headspace and have the necessary conversations that you need to have with whoever you need to have them with, because it's going to make you feel better. And that's how you attract things to you, based on the frequency, your vibrational frequency. You attract these things, okay? You are perfect just how you are. Whether other people see it or not. Yes, there's always room for growth, and you're going to continue to grow. Growth is inevitable. Either you're going to keep growing up, like growing ahead, or you're going to keep growing deeper into the ditch that you want to be in. The choice is yours, right? But stand up for what you believe in, 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Because you're deserving of having you're deserving of having what you desire, just like everybody else. And if somebody else is like not, if they're not for you in that moment, then they can't even, they're not even for themselves. Like, people understand the energy of like support, like, right? People, how can I say that? People understand the energy of, I don't even know how to say that. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it. Let me think of an example. Basically, you know how people try to live through you, right? Some people don't understand the energy of support because they're so busy trying to live their life through you. There we go. I think that makes more sense. They're so busy trying to live their life through you. So they want you to be perfect so that they can seem like they're perfect. Or, they don't want to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be embarrassed by your actions, when it's like, how are you embarrassed by my actions when I'm not even embarrassed by my actions, type of thing. Listen, it can just get super deep. But your job is you. Your responsibility is you. Your priority is you. Your life is your life, and don't nobody gotta walk in your shoes, don't nobody gotta live it for you. So with that being said, like, go all in. Go all in. And even if for a split moment you feel like you got to be lonely, I guess, because you're never alone. There's always somebody going through something similar. And I'm not saying, okay, go trauma bond. What I'm saying is connect with those people and start to elevate and evolve and get into higher and better and more open spaces, more, in the places and spaces that will help add value to you type shit. Yeah. But I definitely hope that helps. I hope it brought clarity. I hope it gave you some confirmation. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe. And until next time, love, enjoy yourself. Peace.